Yep, we in here. Yeah, yeah. I'm not showing my face yet, but yeah, we in here. I'm just making sure that I don't have to shut this live down because of my problems I just ran into. I had to wait for the computer to reset and stuff. Uh, I use what they call Windows 10. You guys probably don't remember that one because I don't know. They're up to 11, maybe 12. I don't even know. 11, 12. But yeah, I use that one, and I don't. It doesn't. It doesn't allow me to operate properly. I guess I don't. I don't know. But for some reason, it's always asking me if I want to upgrade. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I mean, that's what this thing came with. Why I need to upgrade? It's just more. What's just more spyware. You guys see me enough. I mean, you figure you would stop wanting to see me. I got the smart TV, so that watches me. The smartphones that watches me. Come on, how much of my face can you take seeing? It's like stop it. Like, you don't need to see me that much, you know. But it is what it is gonna be. But yeah, we'll get in and yeah, we'll get out, whatever. But this freaking system, Derek said, how many streams do you have going on? Oh, brother. Hopefully this is the only one, man. I don't know how that. If that other one's still going, I don't know how it's. Believe me, I don't know how it's still running. If I got another one on there, I don't believe me. I don't even know how it's running. I'm like, man, hey, we in the matrix. Yeah, but I'm starting to get anxious for the fight. We got how many days? 17 days, a little bit 2.5 weeks. Uh, yeah, we're gonna see. We'll see how it works out. Still wants me to restart my uh, device up again. Yeah. But I'm telling you, is when you watch the Boots fights, see a lot of people are getting like way too excited about what happened, but it's an old technique. Very, I mean, he played with it a little bit, but it's a technique that can get your ass whooped. Is what people don't understand in any kind of combat. If you got any kind of ring IQ or whatever, you're watching what the person's doing. So if somebody's slowly coming towards you, then you slowly backing up. It's simple as that. So that little slow motion thing, it was like a slow hit and then a quick hit. That's easy. It's easy to do on somebody, even in a fight. It's easy to hit somebody real slow. I've seen it demonstrated a few times, because once somebody gets used to your rhythm, they're not waiting for a punch like this. They're waiting for this because they're reading it. One, two. Then you stop and you just go, because the brain doesn't recognize it. You see what I mean? Your brain don't recognize it. So if I'm doing like this, I'm doing like this, right? And that's how my punches is coming at you. Then I just go like this. You're looking at my fist, and I just go like that. You see, you're not even gonna react to it because it's real slow. It's not really a powerful punch, but you can hit somebody powerful like that. You can wait and get it here. You can go kind of slow and then snap it, and you can snap it then. But if you're already snapping it from here, and then there's always gets what they call just changing up. It's just changing up speed is what it is. So slow motion punch and then hit somebody with something fast. That's all. That's all basically what it was. But he was showboating and having fun against somebody who was mainly. I'm sorry. You can get mad at me if you want to. He was fighting somebody who was mainly a punching bag. And if you want to get mad, then get mad. If that's what you want. I'm mad now. Well, get mad. Just be mad because he still got to wait his turn. Regardless, he still got to wait on this Earl Spence versus Bud. He got to wait for Earl to beat Bud up and then go from there. Cause don't have it to be any mistakes. Bud is not winning this fight. And it has nothing to do with me being an Earl fan, cause I'm nobody's fan. Yeah. And then I'm hearing all these rumors about Tyson Fury, which I don't like anyway. I don't like Tyson Fury in the first place. What is he doing? Is he supposed to be fighting Ngannou or something? Come on, stop it. You mess around and lose your title to somebody who's not even. You'll be a laughing stock. You lose the title to somebody who's not even a boxer. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I keep seeing these little clips and stuff. Everything's coming up talking about how Terrence Crawford is related to Joe Louis. But that's not going to save him in this fight. Yeah. And I'm going to put a little endorsement out there. I don't have a lot of people out there. It's not really an endorsement, but you guys listen up if you want to. Um, they got this bronze bomber wheel cleaner. I don't know if Deontay Wilder has anything to do with it, but it's supposed to be real good stuff. So, and I'm not really endorsing it. I'm just mentioning it because just to see what you guys know about it. If you guys know about it, so that's why I'm just asking you guys. He said, "Yeah, Bill is just tough as hell. Boots beat him off of him, and beat him up in the same time. Yeah, beat him off him and was beating him up. Yeah." But a lot of the stuff that he was doing that was kind of slick is just because this guy's really flat-footed. But a lot of the shit he was doing is not really slick. Some of the stuff he was doing will get his ass knocked out. Yeah, that fight is happening. I'm just saying. Some of the shit that he was pulling will get his ass knocked out. That's all I'm saying. It would get him knocked the hell out. Like that slow motion shit, it'll work, but that's just a trick. And you can do it. You can get away with it in one fight. But if you tried it in another fight, somebody's waiting on it. Yeah, I would have never showed it against an opponent like that. I wouldn't have showed that type of style against that kind of opponent. I wouldn't have showed it. I would have showed that to somebody like if it's a close round or something like that to get somebody frustrated so they can come back firing at me or something. But don't ever show all your tricks though. Uh, he said it won't go towards his boxing record though. Yeah, but it just looks stupid. Tyson Fury. It'll look dumb, Derek Bailey. It doesn't matter if it goes towards his boxing. He's just gonna look stupid. And he got a good chance of losing too. That dude is powerful. Because he's just coming in. I mean, Tyson will outbox him, but he's just coming in to land one on the chin. And if Tyson don't really have all that much power, and we know Tyson Fury has been down probably like 8 times in his career. Tyson Fury has been down a lot. Yeah. Derek, Ryan O'Rourke in here salute. He said, Derek, he said WBC have approved the fight. But let me just say this though. We're already in a turmoil when it comes to boxing. We don't need all these theatrics outside, but it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. Also, there's another little thing floating around that Al Heyman is supposed to be coming up with his own sanctioning body and have a belt. Now, it makes sense for somebody who's business minded like Al Heyman, if it's true, because then he can come back and answer the questions, or he would probably make any kind of fees. He would probably make those a purposeful fees for the boxers. So the fees will go in. This is my speculation, you know. And I can't say this is 100% facts or nothing like that, but for me, it would seem like he would do that so he could show off basically, because these other sanctioning bodies aren't going to do that. They're not going to follow suit because they got probably a lot of overhead and everything else. But that would be nice if he does that. Kid Ryan said he has zero chance of losing. I don't know why you inside that man's jock strap like that. Nobody has a zero chance of losing. And yes, you beating up on the baby or something like that. Nobody has zero chance. Anything can happen to you, brother. You live, you still got a heartbeat. Anything can happen. And plus, like I said, Tyson Fury has been down a lot. That man he got some serious damage done to him um, by the fights that he's taken. And when he got knocked out by Wilder, I mean, he got to have some kind of punishment. Who all beat him up? Remember, I think it was his first. What is this? Within his first 5 fights, he got knocked down. Then Cunningham knocked him down, and then after that, then Wilder. So it's like this guy, he has some damage up there, man. He can recover quick, but believe me, there's some parts missing. There's some things missing. I just don't trust. I don't trust somebody who, even though you got good recuperative powers, I don't trust you in the long haul. And plus, I don't like him anyway because he's a cheater. Yeah, him and Canelo cheaters. And Pacquiao. I kind of gave Pacquiao a break. I don't give Canelo a break. I gave Pacquiao a break because he got beat up a couple times, and he got knocked smooth. He got knocked smooth out once he got off the juice. He got knocked smooth out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, though. I'm not gonna give him zero chance. That's bullshit. That rumor was about years ago. What rumor you talking about? You talking about Al Heyman rumor? Yeah. And Ngannou has no stamina. Yeah. If you talking about rumors about Tyson Fury, he did cheat. I mean, the thing is, you're not gonna convince me that he didn't cheat. When I was watching how his glove, I even did the glove demonstration in here. There's no way your gloves can flap like that when you're throwing the punch. He was punching Wilder with a bare fist inside the glove. I don't care what nobody say. There's no way that you could. If we sat down and analyzed the film, you're gonna lose when we talk about the fist in the glove. I mean, at first I'm usually one to just like, I take both sides. It's like a debate. So I take both sides. Like, you give me your point, I give you mine. Okay, we just agree to disagree. But I totally disagree. I totally know that he was cheating. Yeah, and Ngannou can't fight no kind of. None of those MMA fighters can. Now they can fight 5-minute rounds. But if you look at their 5-minute rounds, sometimes there's only 1 minute action in those whole 5 minutes. They're mostly just walking around, like throwing fake kicks, throwing fake punches. They'll land 1 or 2 punches and then don't land nothing because they're all those fighters are so defensive minded that they don't let you get anything done until somebody decides to go for broke and go charging in. You know what I mean? Because even Conor McGregor was doing pretty good against Khabib, right, at first, till he got caught. He was doing pretty good, but there's no action. I'm sorry, man. People act like MMA is so much action, but it's not. It's not a whole lot of action. Every once in a while you get a good fight, but a lot of times they're not even engaging. 5 minutes and you got 4 minutes of inactivities. Come on. You can't. It's hard to go with 3-minute rounds without throwing a punch. I mean, you can go side to side or whatever, but somebody's gonna have to engage. Yeah. You said he got knocked out and then beat the shit out of him for 2 fights. Well, who are you? But see, I like when people ride in Tyson Fury's jockstrap like that. You know why? It's because he beat a champion that really had no business has really no business being in boxing. The only thing that keeps him in boxing is his heart. And think about it. If you're the greatest boxer of all time, like Tyson Fury proclaims to be, you're the best fighter of all times, why are you letting a guy even go 1 round with you who doesn't have any, the so-called don't have any skills? Make it make some sense. You got to make it make some sense. How do you fight a guy 3 times? How does he even go more than 2 or 3 rounds with you? How does he go that far with no skills? Make it make sense. See, when you guys want to put your arguments up, I'm already way ahead of what I'm already way ahead of the game. When you start running your mouth, I'm already way ahead of what you're gonna say. I'm already like way ahead. I mean, it's not like I even got to plan it out. It's like, are you serious? How do you fight with somebody that doesn't have any skills and they go past one round with you 3 times? Stop it. And they knock you down with no skills. Stop it. They knock you down more than one time with no skills. Because that's the way people look at Wilder. Oh, he's crap. He's windmill Wilder. So if you're going to say that, then you got to stick with that. And then you got to make up the excuse for your fighter. You have to make up the excuse for your fighter. Make the excuse up for him. Because there's no fighter that's going to let a non-fighter beat him like that or even knock him down or nothing like that. You know? Yeah, Floyd did it for entertainment when it came to McGregor. He just didn't. He wanted it to go some rounds. He didn't want to knock him out early. But you can see after the 4th round, he already knew. He knew all of McGregor's tricks after just 4 rounds. Yep. You say how they cheat the glove. I just told you. Derek, you have to remind him. I showed how gloves do not bend back the way that Tyson Fury's gloves bent back. Your wrist don't bend. It's impossible to even bend your wrist back that far. I'm just saying, man. Just don't play, man. Don't play. I mean, it's okay to strap ride a little bit, but when you consciously, like when you bury yourself in somebody's strap, then you're doing too much. I don't mind somebody strap riding. A lot of people strap riding Bud. That's why a lot of people ain't in here right now. They get mad. They're mad at me because I said Bud's gonna lose, and they say, "Oh, you've been riding high on Earl." I never ride high on nobody. I'm riding more high on Tank than anybody because I feel that Tank is really, in my eyes, Tank is more or less the boogeyman in boxing, and he's making some money. Earl Spence ain't necessarily a boogeyman because of his car accidents and stuff. He had a lot of things happen to him. But I like people with that kind of perseverance that goes through a lot of shit and they come back. I like that. Now somebody just like a little chihuahua just keep barking and running their mouth, I don't like that. And to me, it's like if you don't strap ride Bud, then he don't mess with you. You got to strap ride him. If you're a Bud fan, you got to strap ride him. If you don't strap ride him, then you're more or less not a fan. Or you don't agree with me on that? I'll whoop his ass, but you don't agree with me like that? And I saw the shit he did to Kenny Porter, and he did try to do the same thing to Derek James. He tries to punk people, that ain't in boxing or something like that. You know what I mean? I mean, you ain't walking up to like none of the heavyweights and trying to punk them because if they don't like you or whatever, you ain't punking certain people. It's just certain people you want to try to act like you can punk and all that. Man, that's old school. That's old shit. You don't do shit like that in the first place, man. I had to let Derek explain that shit to you. Derek, you got to explain stuff to you because you're a good city boy. So you can explain stuff to some of these people that don't understand that you don't run up on everybody all the time, man, and threat. Because somebody might take that shit as a threat. Did you not know? Anybody ever hear? Do you ever hear this story about even with Mike Tyson? That this guy wanted to take a picture with him, and he didn't know who the guy was, and this guy was actually a stone killer, right? And so, police came up to, at one point, police came over to Mike Tyson and showed him a picture. Said, "You know this guy?" He said, "Man, I'm totally sorry if I did something to the guy. I didn't mean it. Sometimes I'll be out of my mind or whatever." He said, No. He said, "This guy is responsible." He said, "What did I do?" He said, "Oh, this guy liked you. He just didn't like the 28 other people that he killed." You see what I mean? But Derek could tell you more about that because you're not from the U.S. and you don't understand how U.S. how stuff works. Like when you start running your mouth, and you think that like you're invincible to everybody because you box. Boxing is only one discipline, and boxing is not street fighting, and boxing is not etiquette, and I'll get into that in a second because street etiquette, which I explained earlier when I grew up, because I'm old school. So when I grew up, the etiquette for any kind of fighting, if you was to pull some kind of MMA on somebody when I was growing up, you might get a shoe upside the head, you might get a baseball bat upside the head, or you might get shot or cut up. Because when I was growing up, if you had a fight, this is all you could use. You couldn't use sticks, stones, none of this shit. This is all you could use was you. And if you just wasn't as good as fighting, then you just had to make yourself tough and become better at fighting. You might not ever like really win, but you get respect. People respect y'all, man. He hung in there. You hung in there, baby. Yeah, cause he got better hands than you, but you hung in there and fought him, and you'd be happy. And matter of fact, you probably hug and make up, shake hands with the guy that beat you. And he'll tell you, oh man, you tough, man. Yeah, she said, damn, if I didn't have as much skills, if I wasn't better, standing up fighting you, man, I mean, I probably wouldn't stand a chance because you tough. I used to fight one of my best friends almost every day. Almost every day we used to fight. I go home with a black eye, he go home with a busted nose, busted lip or something. That's how we used to do. We used to fight. But you wasn't allowed to be. You couldn't choke. If you choke somebody, like I said, somebody's mom would come over and hit your ass upside the head with her purse. And I'm just leaving it like that. I'm just gonna say purse, but there's some real bad things that could have happened to you because we didn't play that. Being back to it. But I'm not gonna get back into the cheating because some people just what happens is you guys get delusional about shit because you had to go back and look at the video where I explained it. Or just go and check it out for yourself. Look at videos of the Tyson glove and then you'll make up your own mind. If you're not blind to it. If you get blind, then that's too bad. I'll give Floyd a break. I don't know if Floyd ever having any kind of drugs in his system. Floyd was instrumental for having drug testing be so prominent in boxing today. Yeah. Yeah, Fury don't mention Waylene, yeah. Because you know what? He lost that damn fight. And he lost that fight to Valine, and they gave it to him. Because he got his ass whooped when he fought Valine, and they just wouldn't stop the fight. Man, come on. When you got blood running down in one eye, that's the fight. The fight's over with. When you got blood gushing into one eye, the fight's over. Politics. You said what about Floyd's drips? I don't know nothing about that. Nah, I don't know nothing about all that. If they would have found it in his system, if he had something, man, ain't nobody. I'm not going to entertain that statement. You can't have that many KOs and beat crap. No, I'm just saying, Derek. But that's the way people look at him. If you listen to all the narratives before, all these years back, if you look at all these narratives, everything was about windmilling Wilder. That's all they was talking about. Oh, he just windmill this, windmill that, or whatever. But what do you think, Derek, about the Al Heyman if he comes up with a sanctioning body? I think it's cool if he takes care of it the right way. Even though we don't need no more, or maybe it'll get rid of the other ones or make the other ones act correct. Yeah, but you're right though. You can't have all them KOs and just be crap. Oh, he windmilling this and that. That's what I'm saying. But the people that make Tyson Fury so superior, if you're that superior, there's no guys. Your fights, you should be having. And you're talking about you would have beat Muhammad in Ali's prime, and in Mike Tyson's prime, you would have beat both of them. That's kind of bullshit he's telling people. And Mike Tyson in his prime was getting people out of there in one round. But why ain't you getting people out in one round? Dude, we should be going to see your. Everybody should be happy to see your fights. Like, oh shit, we know it's gonna go one round. Tyson Fury's gonna have him out of there in one round because he's so big. You call people dossers and all that, man. You a big puss yourself, man. I'm telling you, a big puss, dude. For a fighter with your size, you should be getting rid of people. You should be knocking people out with your boxing savvy. You should be knocking every fighter out in 1-2 rounds, and everybody should be happy to come see you. But people don't know what's gonna happen, especially when you got your eye completely cracked open. Yep, Ryan said it would make more damage to your hands than an advantage. But you don't talk about Floyd cheating and Bud will beat the shit out of Spence. But we're gonna see if Bud beats the actual shit out of Spence. We're gonna see that. And you showed me something. Put the link up of Floyd cheating. Put the news up of Floyd cheating, and nobody said nothing. Nobody caught him. There's some fights that Floyd could have lost because of his corner jumping in the ring and shit like that. But there's no fights that Floyd actually lost. And he made every fighter that he fought look very average. His fights wasn't challenging. Now Tyson Fury fought even when he fought Wilder the first time. If you go back and look, Wilder was ahead. If you're such a great boxing god, how could you even be behind? Man, make it make sense, man. If you're gonna strap ride, that's fine, man. I don't mind somebody. Strap ride, but don't taste what's inside the strap. Keep your mouth off of what's inside the strap. You can go ahead and hang out in the strap. Well, he was trying to, but Derek, if you listen to the whole thing, because I was listening to what's the program called on HBO? Hey, scratch that, on Showtime, All Access, right? Now I was listening to it, and Derek was still talking. Derek saying, "Oh, you trying to punk somebody or whatever? You trying to, act like you trying to act all tough because I got a suit on and all that." I heard Derek's conversation. I said, "What's up?" That's Terrence Crawford's attitude. I said, "What's up?" Like a little chihuahua. Come on, man, stop it. I mean, you a boxer, you a good welterweight and all that, but you're not like that, man. You don't want that smoke, man. Don't bring that energy. You're gonna get, watch. When they get up there, when they get to Vegas, I can almost guarantee there's probably a great likelihood that him or somebody in this camp, get their ass whooped. There's a great chance. But I'm just saying, man, some people don't grow up, everybody don't grow up the same way. That's why I try to have Derek to explain it. Derek don't want to say nothing. Derek just like, "There, Eagle, you know what you're talking about." Maybe I don't know shit, but I know when it comes to street shit, you don't just run your mouth with everybody like that. Because even when Floyd runs his mouth, when Floyd runs his mouth, he has huge backing behind him. He's making sure, like, "Oh shit, I gotta make sure." Oh, you got some kind of UK link in there. I'm talking about a legitimate link, man. Yeah, because they did vital testing, and this is something to come out of the UK. But I'm talking about give me something from VADA that says that he cheated. You got to give me something that something that's more definitive than that, man. That's just that's something biased that came out of your country. Because I see the UK in there. There's some kind of UK link, man. IV. IV didn't whoop Pacquiao's ass. So you got to put it in perspective too, man. IV. Yeah, you sent the link. Yeah, ESPN. But I'm saying it did. Evidently, that shit didn't matter because Pacquiao could have protested. You know what I mean? But he didn't. He got his ass whooped. I sat there and watched it live. He got his ass whooped, and ain't no drip. Even if you had an IV before, I don't care if it's illegal shit. If it's the day of or the day before, I wouldn't care what you take, as long as you didn't take some kind of shit that turned your bones into vibranium. But I'm just saying that for me, that's not no. I don't care if it's ESPN. That's not evidence. I'm talking about evidence. I'm talking about a video. I'm not talking about just a statement. I'm talking about like a video showing that Floyd is taking something before the fight, and that's kind of crazy to open up your skin and take something right before a fight. Yeah, because you watch the fight, he didn't have Floyd fought like Floyd. He didn't fight any different. It's not like he had extra power. He's just weathering Manny's little onslaught that Manny had. Manny just didn't have what he usually needs. Simple. You say, how would an Al Heyman belt be good for boxing? You're shaking your head. That's because, brother, sometimes when you come in, you're not paying attention. You said now your defense is bullshit. Well, I'd like to show you my defense one day. If you care to fly over, I will show you my defense. And I'm not sensitive to nothing. But I'm just telling you, is that I'm not going. I said to show me a clip. I didn't show. I didn't. I said send the link, but I said send the video, not just a link. Send me the video of show me. I got to have the evidence because people just come up with shit. They didn't have to. It's just like when these fighters test dirt positive. Now, if you send me something, even if it's not a video, if you send me something that they test positive, then you got something to work with. But you got shit to work with. You just got like somebody saying something, but you don't have shit. When it came to Canelo, he tested positive. When it came to Fury, he tested positive. When it came to Big Baby, or whoever it was, he tested positive. When it came to this guy from Poland or whatever, whoever, I forget some of these guys' names, he tested positive. When it comes to a lot of these people, they tested positive. When it came to Margarito, his gloves tested positive for bullshit inside the glove. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just, because somebody reported something. That a report don't mean nothing. You're talking about that's my defense? No. My observation is it has to be something to observe. You understand? My observation is it has to be something to observe. Just like when Boots was doing his little slow motion step, I wouldn't have wasted my slow motion step on this guy. Like that punch can land, and then you can throw some. It's a time. It's like offset timing that he did that people just don't see. See, you want me to use Google and all that? That's not what I'm asking. I'm not asking if it's in there. It might be in Wikipedia. It could be anywhere, but that's not what. You don't get it, man. For some reason, you don't get it. And you're saying I'm defending him. I don't like Floyd. Why would I defend somebody I don't like? USDA defends themselves for allowing him to fight. You saw that. Okay, you defended themselves. Okay, so they defended. I don't need no defense. I don't like Floyd. Ask Derek Bailey if I like Floyd Mayweather. No, I don't like him. So if it was something definitive, I would definitely jump on him. I don't like him. And maybe because I don't know him like that, but I don't see what he's actually have done. That's why I don't like him. I don't like people that just showboat and showing, I got, $18 million watches and stuff like that. Where you got people that live probably 2 miles from you that's starving to death. That's what I don't like. You're free to do anything you want to with your money, but I just don't like him. I don't like him. I don't think he's good for boxing. He was good for boxing, but right now he needs to, step aside. But he's showing. I think he already made his point that I can still make money. You said, well, you putting down facts, but you wouldn't. But I don't want to use no slanderous type of statements or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So you could say it's facts if you want to. But you can find yourself in trouble if somebody comes across this video and you putting down that somebody cheated and you're saying that it's facts. I'm not going to put down that it's facts that somebody cheated. Was there a sample, a B sample, an X sample? Where's your proof on the samples of the IV that he took, and what did he allegedly take that helped him to beat Pacquiao? Mayweather would beat Pacquiao 10 times out of 10 if they fought 10 times. He would beat Canelo 10 times out of 10 if they fought 10 times. It has nothing to do with no kind of. You would have to show me something that says that, he cheated. Not just, ESPN and stuff like that. He don't fight on ESPN. He didn't. People will say all kinds of stuff. But like I said, I don't like him. So if there was a way that I can, talk about him like that, I would. But there's nobody who's going to talk about it. No, but I'm looking at what I can actually see. You see, the difference is I'm telling you to go look at a video and observe the gloves yourself. That's what I'm telling you to do. And you went and jumped all the way from Wilder and Tyson Fury. You went and jumped all the way down to to Floyd Mayweather, saying that he got some kind of a drip and that's what helped him win and blah 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 blah. That's not what happened. Uh, he would have beat Pacquiao anytime. Salute to Jay Brown out there. He would have got his ass whooped by Floyd Mayweather at any point in time. Can't beat Floyd Mayweather. Simple as that. The styles make the fights, and sometimes, matter of fact, every time that he fought Mayweather, Mayweather would have made it easier and easier. The fight would have become easier for Mayweather. It wouldn't have became harder. It would have became easier and easier. That's what people don't understand. That's why they call it like the ring IQ, because you build off what you see. And just like a lot of people are sleeping on Earl Spence because they think that he's just one dimensional and shit like that. Oh, he just comes forward, this and that. You just got to see for yourself. I don't know. You asked Jay Brown, why did Floyd take the drip? Because just because you're saying he took a drip, I don't have any evidence besides you could have somebody reporting on something, but there's no testing results that said he took a drip. So you can take that position and keep defending it, even though I don't like Floyd Mayweather like that. You can keep that position and keep saying that he cheated against Pacquiao because he took a drip. You can keep that, but you can't show me. You can't show me any test that he came up positive with anything. Canelo got caught and tried to blame it on some kind of beef, tainted beef. Fury got caught and tried to blame it on some kind of mysterious wild boar. There's always some kind of bullshit. Stop it. Stop playing. Man, come on, man. Ain't nobody no kids. I don't need to look all over the internet. That's not what I'm asking. You go say, look on the internet, look at this, look at that. I'm asking you to put down the results, the test, man. I'm not going to hold the whole show up for you trying to make your point so you could be Mr. Right. You want to be right, but sometimes you can't be right, man. You can't be right when it's wrong. I'm not going to just make you right. Now, I would apologize if you came up if you came up with something that says, oh, yeah, he tested positive, they got the results at this lab, you know what I mean, a creditable lab, not your private backyard lab. Of course you're going to think it's a sad response. The reason you think it's a sad response is because you want to be Mr. Right, and you can't be. Because Floyd Mayweather he don't need no kind of drip to beat Pacquiao. Give me a break. Marquez didn't need no drip to put Pacquiao's ass to sleep. He needed the perfect timing, though, which he had been working on. Remember, the boxing fans, can you please be expert and break down fights, not rumors and conspiracy and controversy experts? Yeah. Yeah, you right, that's facts. Your facts is bullshit, though. Nobody else is agreeing with you. How come you can't get nobody out of anybody who's in here just responding? How come you can't get nobody to agree with you? I need to see test results. And like I said, all these people, like I said, I know boxing. I don't know shit about boxing, but I've been in combat sports, ever since I was little. So I recognize stuff, just like the stuff that Boots was doing. I recognize what he's doing. People didn't see what he was doing because he was doing what they thought was like slow motion that he was moving. Yes, it was a surprise. But you can move slow like that and get your ass whooped. Just like I said, if you get used to somebody's timing like this, I don't know how many people's in here. Well, it's only 3 of you that's responding. It's more than 4 people in here, brother. That number will keep going up and down. Just look at the end of when you go back and look at the video, you'll see it was more people in here than that. It's only gonna show you guys that are saying something, and there's only 3 of you that's really saying something. If somebody else decides they want to drop down and say something, then you'll see somebody else. Matter of fact, let me go back out here. Just let me see. Yeah. So it doesn't really show me how many people's in here either. I'll probably get the same number that you guys get. But see, the thing is, you watch that number go up. That number will go back up. It'll go up and then it'll go back down. It'll go down to 1 sometimes. It'll go down to one, and it won't be one person in here. It'll be 5 people chatting with me, but it'll say one person's in here. So that count, you can't go by what it says in it. But what I'm saying is, you see Jay Brown in here, you see Derek Bailey in here, and nobody's agreeing with you. Matter of fact, Jay Brown, I told y'all that I want to do this breakdown, but I don't even know if I really want to do it because there's so many people that's so hurt. It's just like I'm gonna end up, unmodding people and throwing people the hell out of here if I break down Bud versus Spence. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to show you though. Just like I tried to show you with the boot stick. So the slow motion. So like I said, if you get used to somebody's punches like this, then you are able to react with it. But soon if somebody does anything, so you got used to that, right? Now all of a sudden, now I did that. See? That's a lot quicker, right? That's a lot quicker than that. This is considered the punch. So we've been punching like this the whole time. This is considered the punch you don't see. That's the punch. That last punch, that's the punch what they consider that you don't see. Now, that little technique is actually good if you want to set up a controversial, or if you want to set up a big punch. So you're used to my timing is like that. Now all of a sudden I go like this. And you don't respond, but guess what's right behind it is that big punch. And I shouldn't even be telling people something. I shouldn't be showing that because people will actually use that. So I shouldn't really be showing that. I'm just waiting for somebody, just like Jay Brown said, I'm waiting for somebody, all these experts, to break down Bud's footwork. And everybody knows, even the older fighters, they know that Bud ain't moving that much no more. If he was moving when he was lighter, he was moving more, but he's older and heavier. He's not moving like that. Earl's been moving the same way. And just coming in to break people down. Now you say so many delusional, and what? So you just to make a statement that's not going to help. That doesn't help your cause out. When you say there's so many delusional Spencer Shakur fans, you notice how now why wouldn't you? If you're going to say Shakur fans, you should have said Bud fans, and then I wouldn't have had as much of a problem. But you like to single out like a couple of. There's a lot of delusional fans for every fighter. There's a lot of Tyson Fury delusional fans, because if Tyson Fury was such a phenomenal fighter, then the spectacle of him fighting in Ghana wouldn't even happen. Because people would be inviting, they would be offering him like $200 million fights. Like, oh yeah, you so much better than Muhammad Ali and Tyson, Mike Tyson was, and Larry Holmes and George Foreman. You did so much better than them. He could not have lasted in that era. Somebody like Schaefer's would have knocked his ass out. He would have had to fight Schaefer's. He would have had to fight Ron Lau. He would have had to fight Joe Frazier. He would have had to fight Muhammad Ali. He would have had to fight George Foreman. He would have had to fight Ken Norton, to name a lot of them. But just to make a blanket, a blind statement to say that you would have, easily beat Muhammad Ali, you would have easily beat Mike Tyson at his prime. Man, get out of here with that stupid shit. Get out of here. You fighting somebody that supposedly can't even box, and you letting them go more than 2 rounds. Man, stop. Stop. That's straight up what they call over here, man. I don't know if you heard this. It's called cap. That's straight up cap. But I don't know, Derek. I may try to do the breakdown. I throw a little bit of stuff up in here every once in a while. I've been working my tail off, man. I'll put it together. I'll try to put it together this week, if I'm gonna do it. At least I'll have the information. Now you say, wow, now I know you don't know shit about boxing because the size of Fury to those guys. Mike Tyson beat everybody that was bigger than him. So you sound like an idiot all of a sudden. You say I don't know shit about boxing. I know a lot about boxing, brother. Or you could test me. You could test me. You can always go on vacation. I'll pay for half of it. We can always just get a ring, and I can show you what I know about boxing versus what you know about boxing. I can show you that. What I know about boxing. And I don't care how good you are. I'll show you what I know versus what you know. And I ain't emotional and mad or nothing like that. But when you come at, I let you guys more or less say what you got to say. You're right. I don't know shit about like the boxers like that. No, I don't. What I'm saying is I don't know shit about like the whole boxing picture, like boxing and techniques and stuff like that. I know, but you're not making any sense, brother. When you say that you saying that Tyson Fury would easily handle Muhammad Ali because of size. Ali was gonna fight a 7 foot tall guy. He was gonna fight at one point a guy that is like master. He's just so crazy, had so much crazy ass strength, and was over 7 feet tall, which would have dwarfed Tyson Fury, and that would have been Wilt Chamberlain, and that never happened. I see you out there, Bruce. Salute to Bruce. Um, but to say that somebody that Tyson Fury would have beat Muhammad Ali, would have beat Joe Frazier, would have beat Tyson, and all of them is just hogwash. It's just hogwash. It's just hogwash. You guys got a champ over there, so you can run your mouth a little bit. But when you see his downfall, which he will have, then that probably will silence you, and then you'll make up some kind of excuse for him. But like I said, Wilder shouldn't have went 3 rounds with him if he's that excellent of a fighter. Yep. Jay Brown said Boots was using cross blocking, rolling with Vila's punches, using the jab level changes. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. That you can do all kinds of jab changes like that, and his reaction time solid, inside fighting, and one every 50-50 exchange, counter punching, every dynamic very good. Yes, but and I was gonna try to mention on the show that I couldn't do is that the styles just showed when Boots fought him, the styles do make fights, and that's what this guy don't understand. This guy Ryan don't understand that this styles. This Tyson Fury would not have beat every style in the Mike Tyson era. Matter of fact, I don't even know if he would have got past somebody like Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe had power in both hands. But anyway, I see you down there, Bruce. He says, Luke, brother, at Eagles Way of Boxing. But like I said, and Bruce can probably attest to this, just like this little slow motion. If you get used to like a certain timing of a fighter, because you're looking here anyway, you're not looking at the fist. People don't know that you're looking at the shoulder, and some people got a snap where they don't really have to use the shoulder as much. But you can see every time I throw a punch, you see my shoulders moving, right? So if you're getting used to this timing, and all of a sudden I just go like that, like real slow, that's probably gonna catch you because you don't subconsciously you don't really see it, because your thought process is on this rhythm. And all of a sudden somebody speeds it up or slows it down. That's why they always one of the things they teach you in boxing is changing your timing. In which Jay Brown did an excellent explanation of the changing of when he's talking about that you're using jab levels and stuff like that. That's all that was. But it was kind of an extreme example in what Boots did. That was an extreme example. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, Jay Brown said, yeah, he want me to break it down. He said, break down the fight, because he said none of them, well, he's going to KO him. That's the best you get from most of these groupies, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know where I'll probably end up doing the breakdown. I know Derek is quiet right now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he would even beat Lennox Lewis, because Lennox Lewis knew how to cheat. It's not really cheating, but he did some MMA shit in boxing that he would have got away with. He would have got away with it long enough. I don't think they would have respected him as much as people think that he would respect. See, the thing is, the whole boxing dynamic, Jay Brown, is what people not understanding. The reason he looks so good is because we only got most of the people we have in heavyweight picture they're only C at the most C plus fighters. When it comes to boxing, Wilder's like a C fighter when it comes to boxing. I don't want to put him at the D level because he's a professional. He's like a C fighter or C minus fighter. But you have people that can really box, like Riddick Bowe can really box. Evander Holyfield can really box. Now, I'm going to tell you what, you know where Evander Holyfield's strength came from? It actually came from Mike Tyson. It was inspired by Mike Tyson. because he was watching how Mike Tyson was such a little guy, like this Rourke character comes up with. Now, he's such a small guy, but Holyfield was watching what he was doing with such big guys. He said, well, shit, if this little guy could beat all these big guys, he said, shit, that give me some hope that I could beat big guys. Yeah, I gotta get these clips together, Jay Brown. Jay Brown said no. He said he needs somebody to make sense of this shit because people just act like they just not getting it. He's like, shit, I need to have me a show so I can show that there's levels. People just don't understand. Just like when I did that glove, I think Jay Brown was still coming in pretty heavy when I did that glove breakdown, the Tyson Fury glove. When I did that breakdown, when I actually pulled out my gloves and show you that gloves can't back up like that. I see you, Derek. But anyway, I don't know if this is from Wilder or not. I'm gonna put it back out there, and yes, I am. It seemed like I'm endorsing it. I'm gonna pick some up myself, Bruce. But I don't know if Wilder actually endorses this or not. But it's actually called Bronze Bomber. It's wheel cleaner, and it looks. I seen a little commercial for it. It looks good. It looks like something that looks like it works. So I'm gonna pick some up. But I'm just throwing it out there. And the reason I say I'm endorsing them is I'm not trying to do a commercial for them because I'm not getting a dime for it. But at least look at the advertisement for it. But you guys let me know what you feel. Because if it is a Wilder product, then I definitely would like to have it then. Yep. AJ or Wilder, who you got? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. I don't know how much Wilder got left. And AJ's he has a good team now. He has a better team, so he probably can grow with Derek. Derek James won't let him lose to Wilder, but it depends on. I would say that AJ has a great chance to beat Wilder, but on the other hand, it depends on his mental capacity, because he's a better boxer. Wilder's a greater, heavier puncher. So I'll probably pick AJ, but I wouldn't put money on it. But I would probably say that AJ has a chance because even though I rock with Wilder, I would say that AJ has a better chance. But far as the mental side, I won't endorse him like right away like that. Yeah. So that's just going back up to that one. How could he not get past Riddick Bowe when Wilder's supposed to be the biggest puncher in boxing? Riddick Bowe could box his ass off. Riddick Bowe could switch up on your ass. Like he wouldn't go southpaw. You might have seen him go southpaw once in his career. He wouldn't really go southpaw, but he had power in both hands. Riddick Bowe had a great jab, like a great jab. He had a great jab, long ass arms. He's 6'5" himself. Had two of the best trainers you can have. Just a lot of this mental capacity later on, just like his own frustration and cockiness costed him. Tyson would never fight him. Mike Tyson would never fight him. Riddick Bowe knew he could beat Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson said himself he would never fight him. They was actually they grew up together. They would have never fought each other, and it would have been a good fight though. It would have been a good fight. I think we've had errors in boxing to where we don't get the fights that we need to get. And you guys are witnessing this year. Or not just this year. In the last 10 years, you guys are witnessing that we're not getting fights that we need to get. We're just not. It's too many people just complaining. If people would stop all the complaining and shit and actually physically do something, then we'll start getting fights. There's no forum. There's nobody putting together petitions and stuff like that. Because if you remember some of the great fighters, what a lot of great fighters would do is they would let the people petition to who they fought next. That's what the great fighters do. Like, you let me know I will let the fans choose who I fight next. If fighters did that more, then we would be and probably get better fights. But sometimes fans are stupid. So they'll want to fight because they'll think it's the best fight in the best. And sometimes the best fight in the best, it doesn't work. Just like when we're talking about Crawford versus Errol Spence, a lot of times it don't work. Those are the best two welterweights that we look at, that we think, but I don't know. The styles make the fight, man, and you're going to see. It's not going. There will be some rough spots in the fight, but all of a sudden it's going to go one way. I would say after, if seven is going to go after seven, it's probably going to go one way, and then whoever's losing or whatever after seven is may try to rally back or something like that. But it's how after the midway of the fight, it's going to be going. The fight's going to be going one way. Yep. Jay Brown said Frank Bruno, Pinklin Thomas, those heavyweights could dominate in this era. Hell, man, please, Pinklin Thomas was tough. A lot of people don't understand that. Matter of fact, Mike Tyson said that Pinklin Thomas, that was his most favorite stoppage. He said because he actually hit him with like 10, more than 10, like of his heaviest punches, and Pinklin Thomas wouldn't go nowhere. He said that he couldn't rattle him. A lot of these guys had like super chins. And I'm gonna tell you another person that you might look past. I'll tell you who would have been a perfect fighter to fight Tyson Fury. And you guys might not agree with me, but it would have been Oliver McCall. Because Oliver McCall was more defensive than anything, but you could not hurt that man. You couldn't hurt him. And Tyson would have been like hitting him, and when you hit him, he liked that. Like, okay, you hit me, he'll get you back, and he has some power. Now people might argue with me, but he has some power. Jay Brown again, he said Rick Bowl was trained by the great Eddie Futz. Bowl's problem was the discipline. Yep, the lack of discipline was his problem. Yeah, he had Eddie Futz, and those guys that are mentioned, Bruce must be toking up a little bit. Bruce, you smoking it up? So Bruce didn't really respond, but Bruce knows these people a lot better. See, Bruce has like a small forum too. He has a small forum, but Bruce knows a lot. He know a lot about life and shit. He been here longer than us. You know what I mean? So he been around, man. He been around some of the greats. You know, he got contact with them. You know, I was always looking for a different forum, but I might go out and just do an interview with a few people that I see over here that I know, like some of the fighters over here. But I wanted, you know, this wasn't my type of show to do or something like that. But I might just go randomly just ask them anyway, just so. Yeah, I said I might just go randomly ask some of the fighters that still live around this area. I might just go ask some of them and, you know, get some of the questions answered and stuff like this. Especially questions like that. When you guys are talking about Crown of Thorns, you said, "What's up, Eagle? What's up, Crown?" So when you guys are talking about some of these fighters fighting some of the fighters of the past, it would be good to get some of the voices out there that's still walking around, that's close to me, that's still walking around, to see at least what their opinion would be, and then I can bring it in here and let you guys know what certain fighters actually think about it. Because you don't even know how tough some of these fighters is. I know there's fighters that have gotten in fights, just like I told you. I know personal stories of fighters like they were champions in boxing, but they weren't champions in their own city. And some of these guys that you look at was easy work, and then you think that somebody on the street messed with them? No, not even close. That's just how the matchup went. The styles make certain fights, so sometimes you get something that looks like a blowout because it's just a style. That don't mean you can blow them out. You might watch a heavyweight get blown out and be, "Oh man, he a scrub, he ain't shit," and you feel like you can street fight him and get a dub too. And what you're gonna end up is you're gonna get a dub, all right? Is you're gonna get a W, not to win, but you're gonna get the W as far as being wounded. You're gonna end up with a civilian Purple Heart messing with some of these guys. You know. But yeah, we're gonna try to we'll just try to get the breakdown. Y'all make sure y'all hit my like button, man, up in here. Somebody, too many people keep coming through, man, and y'all shortchanging me. At least with everybody who's conversating in here, there should be at least six thumbs up. Because I know what happened. Because a lot of you guys come in and you disappear, you leave, and I know why you leave. Because as soon as you come in here, you see nothing but blue. You're like, oh shit, I'm out. Yeah. You guys see all that blue and you start running. But don't run just because of that. Jay Brown said we should have the breakdown done. And so we're going to do the breakdown. I'm going to try to get everything done this week. Because, I don't know, maybe the week, so next week we should be able to do it. I don't want to do it like too close up into the fights, but I'm going to just do a breakdown. And we might have to cover all our steps. Matter of fact, I'll do a questionnaire like we did before. I gotta find my. I gotta go back and I gotta find my 20. I think it's like 21 steps. So we gotta find that so we can we can weigh out each side equally. So we can weigh out each side equally when it comes to skill set and all that because nobody's doing that. These guys like they got so much fame. A lot of these channels have so much fame that they don't do like a complete breakdown like that. They don't do it no more because they it's like, oh, you can't tell me because they know it all. And so that's why I always ask questionnaires because it's like I'm giving information but at the same time I like you guys' input. I'm one that likes input. But if you try to bullshit me and come up with some shit, then I'm gonna check you on it. As simple as that. Yep. Jay Brown said I agree about Oliver McCall. He was a real head case. Emmanuel only agreed to train in one fight for that reason. Yeah, he had a lot of problems. But if you go back and look, this is a story now. So don't necessarily quote me on this. So look for yourself. This is what I heard. I heard that he fell out of a second-story window when he was just an infant, like a little baby. So he fell out of a window, 2 stories up. It might have been 2, 3. And all he did was he didn't even cry. He just picked himself up. Any baby that falls that far down and don't cry, there's some kind of issue. There's some kind of emotional, there's something, I'm not going to say it's emotional, but it's something inside that there was a problem. And also, if he fell on that head from that far up and didn't get knocked out and didn't cry, you can't crack. It's like like somebody like Ali used to talk about Ernie Schaefer's. How he had that acorn. How it was hard to crack. So Oliver McCall, he liked when you came charging over at him like that. If you hit him, so that's the whole. You could beat him if you just hit him a little bit and just like a little bit per round, and you'd win. But if you came out trying to outbox and show him off, he can mess around and crack you. Yeah, he'll mess around and crack you, man. I think he sent Lennox Lewis to the upper room, right? Hey, Lennox Lewis is a pretty decent boxer. He fought big, nice and tall. And another thing to dispel your rumor about these guys being smaller than Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury he has a hard time with smaller guys. Sorry. The shorter you are, the more problems he had. Look at Valine. Valine was putting them paws on him. He had his eye all split, and everybody know that fight was supposed to be stopped. Because anytime you got blood running in your eye, the doctor tells you it's over with. Or sometimes the ref tell you it's over with. Said, no, you got blood gushing into your eye. So stop. Don't play with me. I'm the wrong one, man. Like I said, all the boxing dynamic, I don't know people personally. I don't know them like that. But there are certain people I know because I know that because D'Lo was saying that Bud is more like his personality. He like Bud more than Earl. I'm like, nah. For me, Bud is like his personality. I'm not saying it's suspect, but he just don't have he don't have a becoming personality to me. Just like to me, he changed up too much. Just be one way. Just be open. Like I said, I'm always open to. We can agree to disagree. That's fine. I don't put people on ban lists and block people and shit like that because they come in and say some wild shit. Ryan come in here and say, okay, he speaks his mind. He's full of shit because he say I don't have no defense on the Floyd Mayweather, but nobody else in here said nothing about Floyd Mayweather doing some kind of, getting busted for doing some kind of drugs before he fought Pacquiao. I mean, just because one of your favorite fighters lose, they just lose. I don't care. Errol Spence lose, he lose. There'll be a point in time where it might end up losing if he stays in the game long enough. There might be a time that he lose. All fighters. I mean, you have a downfall. You stay in too long for that money, and you might have a downfall. That's not the real. That's not any part of the issue. My whole issue with Bud fans is how is this happening? How is he knocking Earl out in 3 rounds? How? What did you see in Earl and what do you see in Bud to where Bud's gonna knock him out faster than he knocked out a crippled ass Amir Khan or a broken spirit ass Kell Brook or a non-prepared Sean Porter? Stop, man, stop. You mean the best prepared guy is gonna lose worse than the most ill prepared people? And see, that's what I know. That's why Jay Brown gets on edge about the shit, is because his people are saying some stuff. Now I'm not saying he don't. I never said he don't have a chance. I just want to know, how is this being done? How? What? When? Where? How? What? When? Where? How? What? When? Where? How? That's all I'm trying to figure out. And nobody comes in here with anything that's so definitive. Even when they talk about how Tyson Fury would have beat all the past champions or whatever. How? Explain to me how this would have been done. Matter of fact, I'm going to go completely crazy. And some of you are going to think I'm completely crazy. That I'll go back. If Jersey Joe Walcott was at his best, at his prime, Tyson Fury wouldn't even have beat him, because of his foot movement, and he was shorter. Now, get mad at me about that. Matter of fact, a lot of these fighters today wouldn't beat Jersey Joe Walcott at a prime age. Let's say something like 30 years old. No. No. And you can get mad if you want to. You can dispute it. I don't have a problem with that. Am I going to change my position? No. I'm not going to change my position. And thanks to you guys that came in. All you guys aren't saying anything, but I appreciate you guys that came in just to show Ryan that there's more people. There's a lot of people that actually come in here that let everybody don't just speak. But at least I got the 8 thumbs up at least. So, and like I said, there's only 4 people in here, but I got 8 thumbs up. So you do the math, because you can only get but 1 thumbs up. So you figure it out for yourself. I say there's a lot more people that come in Eagles Web than what they just don't. They never land. Jay Brown been with me forever. Derek Bailey been with me forever. Bruce been with me forever. They know that people land, but people just not gonna say nothing, because even Bruce will throw your ass out if you come in saying the wrong shit. And that's what people don't understand. In my minds, they stick behind what Eagles say, and not because they don't strap ride me. They can argue with me all the time. Matter of fact, just today. This happens to be one of the times that we didn't have an Eagle jump, because a lot of times they beat up on Eagle. They use me for a punching bag a lot of times when they come in. Derek, no, because Derek is waiting for somebody to say something about Eagle so he can jump on me. But the reason I have the AB is because I didn't want to put A through Z. Is the reason I put the ABs is because Boots kind of reminded me of this. Because you start running your mouth like you want Earl. You can't wait to get a winner of Earl Spence versus Bud and all that. Come on, stop it. Earl don't need to fight you to prove nothing. You better go try to fight Keith Thurman or something. You guys aren't gonna bypass this new system. And like I said, even me myself, I don't understand boxing. When I say boxing, I mean the dynamics. I'm not talking about throwing knees. Because if I didn't know shit, I wouldn't have people that want to come train with me all the time. Because people used to just watch me and want to come train. Well, I want to train with you, coach. They call me coach. I'm like, yeah, everybody, you get called coach. Everybody think I'm coach all the time. Because I do cross train. I do cross training. I used to train, so I train people in powerlifting. I train people in different sports, basketball, all kinds of stuff, track, whatever. So they just call me coach. But I don't go by coach in here. Everybody just call me Eagle. Or Eagles Web. They call me Web, Eagles, or Eagles Web. That's what they call me in here. But what I'm trying to just explain to people, people just don't get this. They just don't understand. The whole dynamic is what I'm saying. When I say I don't know shit about boxing, I'm not talking about combat sports. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I don't know shit about this whole dynamic. All these people that run their mouth and this and that with this new, the new dynamic that they have now. Boots and all you fighters, you guys ain't gonna get fights, or you just gonna be picky because you getting 25%. You're not gonna want to fight. If Devin Haney, I heard he got, and I don't know how true it is. I'm just reporting it. He got like 22.5% against Kambosos in the first fight. And you think that you ain't gonna get lowballed too? That ain't no duck. Cause you just demand more your next fight. What's the difference? Then what you gonna bring up? What they gonna bring up? What's the first thing you gonna bring up? Oh, risk and reward. That's what you're gonna bring up. Okay, well you're gonna have to take a risk. None of you are high profile fighters. Even Tyson Fury, he's not a high, like an extra high profile fighter. That's why he's trying to do extra shit. That's why he want to fight Ngannou and mess around. Ngannou gets in great shape and has stamina, then you might end up in trouble. Who knows? Yeah. Jay Brown said, impresses with your boxing knowledge, not breaking news. Yeah. That part right there. Everybody want to talk about all the news and everybody want to go to box rec and all. I get tired of all that shit. Jay Brown, you've been with me how long? Forever, huh? How long? I mean, I might have in the beginning I did like maybe a little bit of box rec, but I don't. I've never really messed with all these different stats and shit like that. I don't care. I don't care how good you are against a southpaw. I don't care how good you are against orthodox fighter if you're a southpaw. I don't care about that. I'm looking at you as a fighter. Just like people talk about the Shakur. A lot of people, oh, Shakur the best boxer, but it's not reflecting in his money. If he's the pound for pound, it's not reflecting in his money. So something's wrong with this whole dynamic of boxing. That's why I say I don't know it. And people get mad at me, oh, you just looking at it wrong, Eagle. That's just the wrong way to look at it. No, I'm not saying I looked at it that way. I'm not looking at it in any specific way. I'm just stating a fact. And just because my facts seem childish to you don't mean that they're not facts. If he's that great, then show us your greatness. Build yourself up to be great. Get this fight with Haney, knock Haney out, and then just move up from there. But the reason I choose even Tank Davis, I'm looking at his armor. Maybe he's not the most skilled, but I tell you what, one thing he is, he's very calculating. He has like some nice traps, and what he does is everything he does is off of what they call boxing, what they call timing. Leo Santa Cruz kept trying the same combination over and over. And once you try the combination twice on Tank and you try one more time, he knows he's reading to see when it's coming. And you don't think he's gonna read Shakur like Shakur Stevenson once he throws certain combination? You don't think after a while he's gonna get the timing? Mayweather did the same thing. Don't you think he taught Tank that? Mayweather did the same exact thing. That's why if he fought Pacquiao 10 times out of 10, he's gonna beat Pacquiao. It's gonna become easier and easier. Because you're not gonna change your style, you're gonna do the same thing, then hey. That's why it was kind of impressive what Boots did. That missed timing, that little slow step that he did, but people got too impressed with it. It's easy to do that. When you're comfortable, it's easy to do something like that. Also, it's good for a mental game because it makes you think, oh, what is he going to do next? That he did this and he did that. Right? Oh, he's doing this or he's doing that. You see what I mean? I get hate. I get hate from, small as this channel is, the hate. And us being banned from other countries because sometimes this is still, we talk boxing, but it's still grown folks chat. And so we're going to talk about grown folks shit sometime. End up in trouble. Oh, we got to ban you for that when you said some stuff about this, in this country, we got to block it. Like they blocked one of my videos, Jay Brown. He said, you good, Eagle. They blocked one of my videos in like about 3 or 4 countries. European countries. They didn't want to hear that They didn't want to hear that Eagles harsh reality. It's like y'all need to, man, stop playing with us all the time, man. Stop playing, man. For real. Stop playing, man. I get tired of this, Jay Brown. It's like we gotta go. Eagle gotta constantly go through like BS for no reason. It's like, why am I going through this, man? Stop playing with me. Stop playing not just with me. Stop playing with us, man. The A's and B's. The A's and B's of today's boxing is just is everywhere. That if somebody in here can give me a good understanding, I would like to, matter of fact, I present this to you guys right now. If somebody could give me a good understanding, give me a short statement of the boxing dynamic. When I mean the boxing dynamic, I'm talking about fights. Why we can't get fights. Or why is A not fighting B? Or why the matches aren't being made the way that we need to, and why fighters are doing the things they're doing. Even when it comes to Tank, like, you know, why don't we have the type of representation? We got these fighters going to jail, getting in trouble. All these fighters is in court. Fighters is on drugs, but they're a lot better than what they were 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 70 years ago. They're a lot better, but they have a lot more other issues, right? If somebody can just give me a short breakdown about that, I would be happy just with that. If there's somebody can give me their side of the picture. If I'm back, Ryan said, if somebody can give me their side of the picture, I would be that would be grateful. If you can just inbox me that, I would be grateful for it. Because this whole, like I said, the boxing dynamic is changed. I don't say a whole lot of outlandish stuff, and people get so hurt. A lot of times, yes. A lot of times, I'm doing rhetoric sometimes because I mix them in. And matter of fact, when I'm doing rhetoric, a lot of times it sounds just like I sound now. I don't change. Now, if I'm just all out playing, there's a big difference. Then you know when Eagles just like completely playing. But sometimes I troll. But if I'm asking a question, I'm not trolling. If I'm asking you to give me a breakdown, something, just give me something small, then I'm genuinely asking you. I'm not asking because I'm full of shit. I'm asking because I want to actually know. And a lot of this shit, I'm not going to believe a lot of shit. Thanks for another thumbs up. Yeah, a lot, and I'm just not going to go for a lot of the things that a lot of people is going to go for. I'm not going to, you can't make me, especially when I'm sitting here with equipment at the house, especially when we was talking about like the Tyson Fury thing, which I'm dead over it. When I did the breakdown, I had to bring out my own equipment to show people, hey, your equipment and wrist, your shit don't work like that. Even if you had the most flexible wrists there are, how far back do wrists go even if they're the most flexible? I have yet to see somebody touch their fingers to the top of their, touch your fingers, bend your fingers back enough so where they touch this. And then realize that's what that glove did. Now explain to me, how could your glove, if you put something on your hand, how could it touch this part of your arm? Just try it for yourself. Just try it at home for yourself. Just press your arm back as much as you can to where it hurts. Don't hurt yourself, but just do it to where it hurts. And just imagine what kind of damage you would do if your actual top of your hand, the back of your hand hit the top of your arm. Somebody just explains that to me. You said, yeah. He said, we still doing glove gate, y'all sir. No, y'all sir, we was past that. I brought that up because of, I was saying, I had to talk about it. Salute, brother. Yeah, Derek in here, he driving. Jay Brown here, Bruce is here. Ryan at work just got back. And I don't know if I forget one of y'all that's here. And then we got a bunch of randoms and stuff that came in. They don't want to come talk about it. But I'm trying to get somebody, no, this is the subject now. Y'all, sir, I'm trying to get somebody to write me a statement. Jay Brown, you funny, Jay Brown. And yeah, so no, I'm trying to find out. So this is what I need, y'all, sir. I need somebody to break down the boxing dynamic right now. Now you don't have to write me a whole page, paragraph, but why aren't we? Why are so many boxers in trouble? Why aren't we getting fights? And we're still saying how much better these fighters are than the past fighters, but we're not getting anything. We're not getting no fights. We're not getting nothing. And so that's what the A and B is. It's like, what the hell is actually going on in boxing? And we can keep talking about this every day. We're just not getting, we're not getting anywhere. That's my point about it, is we're not getting anywhere with it. And okay, so y'all, so give my thumbs up. Or was that you? Was you that last one gave me the thumbs up? Yeah, but we're going to have, like, either way, I don't know, Friday, I don't know, we may talk about these fights coming up. I got to check my schedule to make sure I don't work. But we may talk about the fights coming up. But at the same time, I want to I don't know. I want to try to loosen up the show a little bit. I can see if I can put something together. Maybe we do some clips or something like that. Maybe we'll watch a fight or something, or we'll do some clips or something like that. I'm gonna try to get the Bud versus Spence. I'm gonna try to get the breakdown. I'm trying to get enough material to get the breakdown. Jay Brown said he would like to have that in here, so I'm gonna try my best to have that. Put that together for you guys so we can do that, because he's tired of all the noise and shit. People just saying, people not explaining how shit's gonna be done. Got all these people talking, but nobody knows how nothing's gonna be done. Well, yeah, how the hell is we gonna get this done? But Jay Brown laughing at it. He said, "Y'all, sir." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Try it at home, but don't hurt yourself." You damn right. Hey, Jay Brown, I gotta put my damn disclaimer up there, brother. When have you seen Eagle not look out for herself and look out for y'all? Man, since day one, since y'all met me, I've been looking out for y'all and me. That's one thing. I mean, all these channels and shit, they can't say that they look out for the audience and they say, "Oh no, I told y'all try it at home, but hey, don't hurt yourself." You damn right. But I've always looked out for y'all. Like if it's something come up, I tell y'all, make sure you wash your fruits and shit like that. Try to stay off all this meat. Eat as much organic as you can. I try to tell y'all to put the right shit in your system so it affects your mind a certain way. If I find out a new food that you guys should eat, like what's this? The lion's mane mushroom, really good for your memory. Yeah, just start incorporating some of this stuff, man. I tell y'all, if y'all need, y'all email me if y'all need. If I can't find it, like the herbs, then somebody else will do it. In matter of fact, y'all, so you still need to send me and Derek that recipe. Don't think we forgot, man. I think it's been over a year, man. You still ain't sent us no recipe. And Derek driving right now, he can't say nothing. So that way I got to bring it up. Y'all sure said aloud at Joseph Brown, yeah. Which is why we watch MMA and watch boxing casually, where we get the big or good fights, yeah. There we go. He said, name the top 3 fights you want to happen that ain't happening. Shit. What you mean the top 3? I'm going to stick with that one too, though. I want the Fury versus Usyk. I want the AJ versus Wilder. Bivol versus Beterbiev. We probably can get that one. I wanted the Bivol versus Canelo. I wanted the David Benavidez versus Canelo. There's just too many of them out there. It's a lot of them. We ain't getting none of them. And I don't know about Taylor anymore. I don't even know if I want Taylor Haney. I can see. I really don't care as much about Lopez anymore like I used to. I had a little bit more respect for Lopez, but you know what? Anytime you start bringing too much stuff, when you bring the color dynamic and stuff, then I stop effing with you. I can't F with you because I mess with a wide range of people with different colors and different ethnicities. I mess with a whole range, and they mess with me too. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. So this is something that I never expected in my life. Is that I have actually had more and better Chinese friends than I had anybody. And that shit sounds crazy. Or Korean, whatever. I mean, Chinese mostly. That shit sounds crazy. I had a Chinese girlfriend at one point. But maybe that's why she liked me. She got in trouble. She got in trouble, and we was just talking about people to get in trouble, and that kind of killed it right there. Because they took her ass away. It had nothing to do with ego. I don't, and this is a long, long time ago. Long, like 20 years. So you can't fault me. That's 2 decades. So leave me alone. But it's just that people like to see the presentation of you. That's what they like to see. A lot of times when you're in a group dynamic, you can't give them a presentation of you, but however, you're giving them a presentation of you, which means all of you. You're giving them that presentation. And that's why we have a lot of the problems we have, because we have to solve this. I mean, they always say the cream goes to the top. So what happens when you put us all together, they'll start recognizing. Because people want you to be in charge if you know how to be in charge of shit. I want you in charge if you know how to be in charge of shit. I've never driven like a ship or a cargo ship or nothing like. I never was like I never piloted one of those. I don't know how to give the commands and shit. How much you know where to turn and shit, port. I don't know how to say that shit. Oh, 5 degrees right rudder. I don't know. I don't know that shit. I'll have us. If you riding with Eagle on a ship like that, you might as well look for a shipwreck. We effed up, Jay Brown. I'll let Eagle, because Eagle used to fly fighter jets or something like that, or Eagle was in that shit heavy. Hey, if fighter jets ain't got shit to do, fighter jets don't have a damn thing to do with driving the ship. And there's one little small island out there. Guess where we stranded at? Because Jay Brown trusted Eagle. I'm like full steam ahead. I'm like 5 degrees left rudder. 5 more degrees left rudder. Full steam. Half. Drop down to 15 knots. Shit, man, we'll be, like I said, we'll be on the deck. We'll be on an island. But that's what I'm saying. When cream rises to the top. So whoever is the person that I know should be in charge of shit. That's not how the whole world does not work like that. I'm just letting y'all know that, but you guys should know that. But that's how the world should work. The people that are supposed to be in science are not in science. But we get happy about the ones that's in science. Just think about this. Okay, before I let y'all go, I see I done ran way over. But just think about this. The people that are in charge of certain stuff should never be in charge of it. But let me ask you a simple question. If you had like people that are killers, man, don't make up no bullshit. You might be good at it. It's people that are killers. Like that's all they did. All their life, all they did was kill. Would you put them in? Would you put them in head of healthcare? You see the difference? But we celebrate people when they'll put a scientist up in front of us, and they'll just start feeding us all kind of shit, and they're not even a scientist, and they'll start telling us, oh yeah, you should eat this, and I done made up and I don't want to say names, but I done made this artificial meat up as very beneficial. Look, I'm eating it. No, you're not even eating the shit. You're spitting it out. You're chewing it up, and as soon as the camera cuts, you're spitting that shit out. But you convince us. That's because the people that are in charge. And this let me give you guys a side note. And if you don't believe me, you go back and check for yourself. There's a system of planting plants called the Milpa system. The Milpa system is a system where they have pottery. They use all the ancients used. They put all the stuff back into the ground, and a lot of some of the clays and stuff that was used to make the pottery have a lot of nutrients and stuff in it. And so that was put back into the ground along with certain plants were growing at the same time, which made the soil rich and dark, the black soil, the chem soil. And so that system was lost. It's not really lost because they know how to do it, but they just won't do it. But they say we're not getting nutrients because of the way that the soil is now. So that's telling you that the persons that's in charge of all the farming don't know, how to manage the land properly. If that's understandable to you. See, so we always dealing with these clowns that shouldn't be doing shit, but they are. That's how this world runs. Because of somebody's voice and somebody's fake power. That's how it runs. And I just want to say it like that because I'm trying not to. I don't want to get banned or get my ass in trouble for giving out too much specific information. Oh, how does he know that? And blah 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 blah. That's why I told you to do the research yourself. I said you check it out for yourself. But the person I wanted to leave you with that knew how to do all that stuff that was over here in the United States, because that system came from America in the first place. Somebody who knew how to do that is what they would call a black American, which I think he was not so-called like a black. He wasn't no African American. That's my idea of him. His name was George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver knew all the alternative. He knew all the real vegetables and fruits that we should have been eating. And he knew about the milk system too. And he knew about a lot of stuff like construction and stuff. He was one of the ones that wanted to incorporate cotton within the asphalt, which would have made the asphalt smoother and stronger. But y'all can check that out for yourself. But they never taught us about that in school. You had to research yourself. What they taught us in school is that he had something to do with peanut butter. Yeah, is that he had that's all they taught us. Oh yeah, he did something with peanuts and all that. But he actually had made not an artificial, but he was able to make an egg yolk out of sweet potatoes. Okay, but that's enough history for y'all today on that. Yeah, y'all sir said Fury versus Usyk. Hey Jeff, I read that one. Y'all sir again. She said I got bad memory. She said I would do it. Hell yeah, you got bad memory. And Derek driving, so he can't say nothing, but he's listening. Believe me, Derek Bailey is listening, and so he heard me say, "Hey, run us that damn recipe that we need." Callus just beats Better BF, so that won't happen. Ryan says. Ryan said, "Oh, y'all sir said Ryan, let's see it." He said, "What happened?" He said, "I doubt that Better BF loses." Yep. Y'all sir said he could go on to look for the Titanic, and that's not funny. You know what? Because they're actually now they got us with a new one. Don't y'all fall for this shit. Don't save your money up and go on this bullshit, because they just gave us that with the Titan. They just gave us that bullshit. Now they about to give us some new shit that you guys can go up and I said if you guys got the money, go ahead and do it and send me a video. But they're offering rides out into outer space now. $450, 450,000. But it's supposed to be going down because they're supposed to be having probably 2 or 3 more companies that are trying to reach for the stars too. But if you guys go ahead and do that, y'all make sure you let Eagle know. Make sure you videotape it so I can run the replay on Eagle's Way of Boxing. Get us a real big audience, cause we get to see you up in space. Ryan said, laughing out loud, said make your flu jab. I shouldn't be doing that. Yep. Y'all sir said on Eagles X Files today. Yeah. But like I said, you guys take my words and just take them the way that you take them. But I'm just saying, just think for yourself. And if I'm not being honest, go back and just check out who's in charge of certain shit. You know, people ain't got no business. You got certain people in like the tech industry just trying to give you medical advice. Like, get your ass out of here. You're trying to give me some medical advice. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I said I'm good on the ground, not in space or at the bottom of the sea. Oh yeah. Hey, that's why I understand the Creator put us here. Creator put us on Earth. You're right, y'all. Sorry, Creator put us here. He didn't put us underneath the ocean, because if he would have put us underneath the ocean, we would have had things that helped us adapt there. If he would have put us up in space, we'd have had something to adapt us there. We probably would have had wings, and we had to worry about it. We just fly our ass up there. Just make sure you got warm enough clothes on, and you got and that you can go without eating for so long, and without breathing or whatever it is. Space, no no oxygen. But let me get out of here. Anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what this is, man. Wednesday, nothing but blessings, man, coming out of Eagles Way of Boxing. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all understand my meaning of blessings. It has nothing to do with no sacrifice and none of that shit. I mean, for y'all to do great and great things. Yeah, we'll get back into it, Jay Brown. Jay Brown's sick of going to all these different forums and shit. I know. Don't you know I haven't even been on here? I'm gonna be honest with you, Jay Brown. I haven't even been on here. I come on to do the show, man. I haven't been on here because I get all these notifications or I see stuff popping up. I'm like, oh, now some more Spence hate, some more Bud hate or something. Just dumb shit. I'm just sick of it. I haven't seen one person not one person is doing any kind of breakdowns or nothing like that. Or how it's gonna happen. Oh, he gonna do this to him. He gonna smoke him. Oh yeah. Is that all you can say? If somebody's gonna get smoked? All right. I'm gonna catch y'all. All right, Bruce. I see you. Peace, brother. Y'all, sir. Peace, all. I see y'all, man. Y'all, sir, get your ass here on time, man. Don't tell me you got banned. Mrs. Hussein told you, hey, don't be going to see Eagle. You can go see the last part of Eagle. If he on late, you make sure she went to sleep, then you came in. He said, I can go see Eagle now. That's y'all, sir. I'm going to catch y'all, though.